I just want to do a real quick video today about the basics. If you're going to buy a car with say around 100,000 miles, more than 5-6 years old, there's just a few things you should change, or at least check, or get confirmation it was changed recently as soon as you purchase the car. Pretty much you have power steering fluid. A lot of the newer cars don't have it, though they're electric steering, but if it has power steering fluid, it would be good to get that flushed out if a car has about 100,000 miles or is more than 6 years old or so. So that'd be one thing to do. Radiator, or your coolant in your radiator, I would get it flushed out if it's never been done, about 100,000 miles. Let's see, what else should you do? You should, the serpentine belt, which is the drive belt here. Serpentine belt, when I got this car, it had 73,000 miles on it, but it was really cracked up because it's a 2003 and it was never changed. So you want to check the serpentine belt, and if the engine has a timing belt on it, just check the owner's manual or online and see. So if the car has a timing belt, you definitely want to get that changed. The timing belt would usually be on the same drive side, but it's deeper inside the engine, so it does take a lot to change. I've done some, they're kind of a pain in the butt on some cars, but if the timing belt breaks, which you definitely need to get changed at least every 6 years or 100,000 miles, it will do damage to the engine, which you might as well just buy another engine at that point. And what else? Definitely want to change the spark plugs. If it has wires, change the wires also. Those should be changed every 100,000 miles. Brake fluid, get that flushed out and changed. Battery, just get tested. Change your air filter. Basically see if there's any points to grease on it, and that should be it. So there's not a whole lot to really check or change, but 100,000 miles you should do those things. You want to do your power steering fluid, your coolant, spark plugs. If it has a timing belt changed, serpentine belt, brake fluid, air filter, and transmission fluid. You definitely should do your transmission fluid. If it's never been done, especially in an automatic car, definitely get it flushed. It will shift a lot better. So those are all the basic things you should do before, or if you just bought a car with 100,000 miles, just if they haven't been done, get them done, or at least get them checked out. And another thing you should definitely do, if you're looking at a used car, you could get a little Obd2 scanner. This one I have is, they're like 30-40 bucks or something like that. And you want to plug it into the Obd2 port, which on most cars, just underneath here. Let's see. Let's see, car's not on. Put the ignition on. Right where it says codes there, even if the check engine light is not on, see it says no codes, that's good. If the check engine light is not on, it will still show pending codes. So if someone just erased a code, it will still show up here if the code is still active, even though it won't be, the check engine light won't be on. So even if you're looking at a used car, this is a real valuable tool, because if your catalytic converter is going out, the O2 sensor might, the code for the O2 sensor would be thrown, and you could drive maybe 30, 40, 50 miles before it comes back on. So the seller might just reset the code and say, oh yeah, it runs great, no codes. Well, if you go up to the used car, plug one of these in, it has a code, you can negotiate the price cheaper if you wanted, if you still wanted the car.